Hey, 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 happy days. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, but you can call me Pajama Grandma. What's she up to now? What am I doing as I transition from brick and mortar offline world to the online world? And today I shared a little video about being cool as a cucumber. And I kind of am laughing now because in business and in my professional life, I tended to be a lot more cool as a cucumber than in my personal life. I let things in my personal life bother me and get to me, and I react to them not very differently, but a lot more emotionally and a lot more passionately and a lot less cool as a cucumber-y than I do in my business and professional life. Although, probably compared to a lot of people, I always had a lot more energy and a lot more emotion and a lot more reaction to anything in corporate America and in corporate life than most people do. Not in a bad way necessarily, but just more animated and more involved, and I cared more than a lot of people. My life and my jobs and my businesses were never like just jobs to me. There was a lot more of me that I put into them than just being a job. I think that comes from having your own businesses on the side. When you work for other people as well, you bring that sense of ownership with you, and it makes you care more and be more involved in the process of whatever it is that you're doing. When I was working in other people's manufacturing organizations, I was there and I cared as much about that company as if I did own it. And that's because I had owned and have always owned and had my own businesses on the side as well. And I think that gives you a different mindset than folks that just have always been employees and always had a job and worked for someone else. I think you just get a slightly different perspective and way of looking at things. And I think the more open we are to looking at situations and looking at challenges and obstacles and opportunities from different perspectives, the better decisions and the better choices we make. So cool as a cucumber. Yeah, I'm not so much cool as a cucumber, at least not in my personal life. My family, when I was little, would always say, pop the cork, because I would get really worked up about something. And when they wanted me to calm down and settle down, they would say, pop the cork. Now, I haven't heard that in a really long time, thankfully, because it means that I learned to not be so emotional and to pop the cork. But I also learned early on that it's okay to get upset about something, but you need to get upset about it, feel it, and then get it out of your system right away, and then just get over it and move on. Because very few things that happen to us are permanent, right? If we think about all of the events of our life and all of the things that have happened in our life, both good and bad, all of them are very fleeting and very temporary and very short-lived for the most part. I mean, even losing somebody we love and care about. My dad died, I guess it's going on 4 years now ago. And we think that we're never going to be the same. And I'm definitely not the same as I was before my father passed away. But I just continue to live my life. I don't let it stop me. I actually died and had a sudden cardiac arrest. Well, that's kind of the ultimate thing that could probably stop us and feel sorry for ourselves and not move on. But, you know, I'm still here talking to you. I'm still here sharing and solving problems and living my life. And I think a lot of that is because I'm cool as a cucumber. Actually, I was cool as a cucumber during that event, because they actually filter your blood and chill you down and put you in a coma and then freeze you after an event like that so that you don't get brain damage. And it doesn't work for most people, but it did work for me. So I'm very grateful for that. I'm very cool as a cucumber and grateful for that. But what am I working on right now? What's going on? Getting ready for the 90-day challenge. It starts next, I believe Wednesday is May 1st. So next Wednesday, doing a 90-day challenge with an amazing woman, the sexy boss, Heather Ann Havenwood. And she's going to focus on LinkedIn Live for the 90-day challenge, and I'm going to focus on YouTube Live for the 90-day challenge. I love challenges. I think I've shared that before. Challenges are sort of my jam. They have been for a really long time. I realized it, but I didn't realize it. I never called them. I guess I did call them challenges about 10 years ago or so. But before that, I thought they were just ways of surviving and getting through different obstacles and things that happened in my life that would normally just shut people down or shut me down. And I set up my own challenges, and I've been doing them for not just 10 years, decades and decades. Because I have been faced with lots of obstacles, like most of us are in our life, and we can either lay down and die, literally, and we can not face those challenges, or we can say, yep, this too shall pass, I will figure it out. And then we can go about finding ways, taking one step at a time to figure it out, to make things different, to change things. So today, working on the 90-day challenge, mapping that out, and getting some ideas around that. And part of that involves me researching and studying and deciding, well, how is the best way for me to approach this? What is the best strategy for actually becoming an influencer in 90 days? And I'm not talking a little influencer, I'm talking how can we lead our field in 90 days? And there's a lot of precedents for this. A lot of businesses, I learned this in network marketing, do 90-day pushes. When you first join an organization, your success, just like when you enter a new market or industry, the success usually goes to the first person there. But if you're not the first, you can really make a huge impact by doing a 90-day push where you do something every day to move you toward the goal of what you want every single day, a little thing every day to move you toward that goal. And I don't think people can argue with, number one, that the strategy of the 90-day push, concerted effort and focus on anything helps you achieve it more quickly and easily, but also the power of live video to bring you to the forefront of your industry or your market. People want to work with people they know, like, and trust. And the best way for people to get to know you and like you and trust you and decide if you're for them or not is by seeing you every single day. And every single day for 90 days is absolutely, positively, totally doable. I've done a live video every day, and this is just me, an ordinary old lady from Wisconsin, every day for over 500 days now. I've lost count. I've lost track. I don't even know how many days but it's been over 500 days in a row. And I've done that when I'm sick. I've done that when I'm healthy. I've done that when I lost my voice. I've done that when I've had to travel. I've done that when I've had a lot of bad things going on in my life. I've done that when I didn't feel like it. I've done that when other emergencies were going on in my life and I almost didn't think I was going to make it, but I got it done anyway, every single day. And if I can do that for 500 and some days, you can certainly do it for 90 days, especially when it can set you up for the rest of your life. So I'm working on that and how to present that to people because, most people say, oh, I can't even stick to something for 5 days. Think New Year's resolutions. How many people actually stick to their resolutions? I think by week 2 of the new year, I think it's like 90% of people have already abandoned their New Year's resolutions. The same is true of our goals and our objectives. So many people say they want something, those that know what they want, yet never take a single action to move toward achieving that thing, that desire, the thing that they want, especially if it's a big thing. It's a commitment to decide that you want to be a leader and that you want to be an influencer in the world. If you want to step out and make an impact on the world, that's a big deal and it's a big commitment. And so today my Hook Story Offer Challenge is about you and your doubts and fears, whether you can do that or not. And I've switched from the chronic pain to the 90-day challenge for these last few days before the challenge so that I can share a story in a video to promote that and get people involved so that they want to do the 90-day challenge. And yesterday I talked about the power of challenges, the power of video. Today I'm talking about, so we know that the vehicle works. We know that the system works. And today is all about, I see that video works. I see people becoming influencers. I see them doing what they want to do in their industry and really changing the world. But will it work for me? Because I call it the snowflake syndrome because everybody, and I'm as guilty of this as anybody and everybody else. We all are different, and that's why it's a real thing. We are different, we are unique, we are special, but there are proven systems and frameworks and processes and things and tools that we can use to get what we want, and it's just a matter of us choosing and believing that we can make that thing work for us. Video is a huge example of this. People are scared to do video. We're scared to do a lot of things, but I don't know anyone who's ever died from making a live video. Now there might be somebody out there that's died by doing an adventure thing and a stunt and recording, and I'm sure there are. There's probably whole TV shows on that, but nobody who's stepped out of their comfort zone a little bit to do a live video to help other people and share themselves with the world has ever died from doing that. I think I'm safe to say that. So working on that, presenting that today, watching and hanging out with my beautiful granddaughter, of course, coaching students. Yesterday, I spent so much time coaching. I don't know if my head was spinning, but it was awesome. We had some really good breakthroughs for people. And that is what drives me. That's what always makes me feel awesome, is as I see other people realizing what they are capable of, and that, oh, geez, if Sharon can do this, I can certainly do this. And it's so true. If anyone else has ever done something that you want to do, that means that it's possible for you too. Now, I don't want to hear any examples of, well, I got my leg cut off and na, so I can't do this. I don't want to hear it. If that's the argument you want to make, then I am not your cup of tea. I'm not the person to be chatting with or following online or in the world. So find somebody who will like to fall for the negatives and the I can't do thisnesses, because can't is not in my vocabulary. I learned that from my dad. So what are you working on today? Anything I can help you with? Hit me up, message me, share in the comments below, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to go about my merry way and about my awesome day. It looks like a beautiful sunrise today. So go out, make it an awesome day, and I will, of course, report back to you tomorrow. What's up and how is it going? Take care. Bye.